Good evening. My name is Kaelie Holstine and welcome back to day 3 of 9 Days of Christmas. Today we'll be covering the topic of Christmas books. Now, I'm going to take you over to Stu King and he's going to give you a little history on the history of books.
Hi, my name is Stu King and welcome back to History. Today we will be talking about the topic of books, in particular, Christmas books. The history of Christmas books proved difficult to be found, but I did find a little bit of facts for you. A Visit from St. Nicholas, better known as The Night Before Christmas, was written back in 1823 by Clement Moore. In addition to being a wonderful story, it's responsible for many of the modern ideas we have about Christmas today. For example, Moore had Santa visit on Christmas Eve night instead of Christmas Day. Moore also solidified the image of Santa and is credited with naming the reindeer. In 1834, Charles Dickens wrote A Christmas Carol, a social commentary on London society and class. It also shifted the focus of Christmas towards selflessness and redemption. Through A Christmas Miracle, Scrooge learns the values of love and friendship. And Dickens cemented the importance of family relationships, generosity, and gratitude with Christmas. Now that is all I have today on the history of Christmas books. I hope to see you again tomorrow as we tackle a new Christmas topic. I will send it back to the studio with Michael now. Ta-ta!
Thank you, Stu King. Very cool. Now, without further ado, let's take you over to my man, Michelle Toe. And he's going to give you some quirky facts. Michelle.
Howdy, y'all. My name is Michelle Toe, and I'm here to give you some quirky facts. Fact number 1. Father Christmas first appeared in literature in 1616 in a play by Ben Jonson. Now, I don't know about you, but I knew Ben Jonson when I was little. And that guy, man, what a bookworm he was. Alright, fact number 2. The Grinch debuted in The Hubbub and the Grinch. Wow, what a name. 2 years before How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Now, isn't that interesting? Number 3. Clemente Moore, the Night Before Christmas author, originally named Donner and Blitzen, you know those reindeer that Santa has? He named them Donner and Blitzen, man, because in German those names mean thunder and lightning. Man, how cool. Number 4. U.S. card company Bicycle, you know those things that have the 2 wheels that you can drive, well, not drive, but, ride. They made cards, Christmas cards, to give to POW, that stands for Prisoners of War, in WW2, World War II, if those who don't understand. Anyways, but the cool thing is that when those cards are soaked in water, they actually give you an escape route and how to get away. How cool! Oh yeah. And number 5, by humbug, that famous line from Scrooge, it inspired the name of a species of Fijian snails. The name of that species is by humbugi. The booger booger sugar woogie. I love that dance. Alright guys, I'll send you back to Michael. Back to you at the studio.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you for those quirky facts. Now, my team and I have put together our favorite Christmas books. You can see them right here. Now, maybe they're yours too, or maybe you've never even read them before. Definitely go check them out. There are some really awesome Christmas books for this Christmas time. Also, they will be down in the bio, so you can see them all there as well. And without further ado, we're going to take you into the main event. My historian, Amy, and I have created our own children's Christmas book. And on top of that, my dear old sister is going to be narrating it for you. So without further ado, we hope you enjoy our book.
Once upon a Christmas Eve, there was a penguin named Peter who went to visit his best friend Pierre to give him his Christmas present. "Thank you so much, Peter," Pierre shouted when he saw the gift. "I have something for you too. I found a beautiful copy of your favorite Christmas book from when we were kids." "This is amazing, Pierre," Peter said as he took the book. "My mom would read this to my brother and me every Christmas Eve." Soon after, it was time for Peter to go, so he waved goodbye to Pierre and headed home with his favorite book in hand. On his way home, Peter had to walk through town and pass some of his friends' houses. As he walked, he looked at his book and thought of how many good memories it had given him. Before long, he had walked to his friend Polly's house. Peter looked up to see Polly waddling quickly towards him, looking very upset. "What's wrong, Polly?" Peter asked. "I always read my kids a Christmas story on Christmas Eve, but my special book is missing, and there's no time to get another one," Polly cried. Peter looked down at the book in his hand. It was his favorite as a kid, but as much as he wanted to keep it, he knew Polly's family needed it more than he did. "I have a book with me, Polly," Peter told her. "I loved it as a kid, and now maybe you can use it to make Christmas memories with your kids." "Oh, Peter, thank you!" Polly jumped with joy. "I just made some Christmas cookies. Why don't you take some as my way of saying thank you?" After giving the book to Polly and taking some of her cookies, Peter once again set off towards his house. He missed his book, but he felt good knowing it would make Polly's kids happy. Before long, he had walked to his friend Paul's house and paused to say hi to Paul as he hung a wreath on his front door. Peter was surprised to see Paul was looking so glum too, so he asked him what was wrong. "Oh, Peter, I accidentally ate all of the Christmas cookies. Now my sister Patty and I have no cookies to leave out for Santa." For the second time on his walk home, Peter looked down at what he was carrying. He had a whole plate of cookies, and even though he was looking forward to eating them, he realized no one should be glum on Christmas Eve. "You can have these cookies, Paul," Peter said. "That way, you and Patty will have something for Santa Claus." "Really, Peter? That's so nice of you. You saved our Christmas," Paul said with a huge smile. "I wish I had something to give you for them. Why don't you take this scarf I just made?" Peter already had on his favorite scarf, but he wanted to be nice, so he took the scarf from Paul. After all, you can never have too many scarves. When Peter finally got home, extra scarf in hand, he ran into his little brother Patrick on his way out to play in the snow. "Peter, come play with me. We can make snow penguins," Patrick squealed excitedly. "Sure thing, Patrick, but it's pretty cold out there, so you better bundle up." As he spoke, Peter once again looked down and saw the scarf Paul had given him. "Come here, Patrick, I got you something." Patrick happily ran over, and Peter wrapped the scarf around him. Peter smiled down at his little brother. "Here you go. Make sure you keep it on to stay warm." Patrick's eyes went wide as he looked at the scarf. "Thank you, Peter. It's so soft. I don't have anything to give you, though." "That's all right," Peter said as Patrick gave him a hug. "Seeing you smile is enough for me." Come on, Pete. Let's go play in the snow," Patrick yelled as he ran outside. Peter watched his brother go and thought about all the people he made smile on his walk home. Thinking about his friends made him feel good. and he suddenly realized he wasn't sad about giving away his book anymore. He made new happy memories, and he had helped the people he loved have a Merry Christmas. Peter wrapped his favorite scarf around him tightly and headed out to join Patrick in the snow. Don't wait for Christmas joy to find you. Go spread some yourself.
Thank you so much for watching this video, and a huge thank you to our special guests this video. Their information is down in the bio below. Also, just a reminder, we are doing a fundraiser this year with Red Nose Day. Our goal is $300, and we even have a special donator that is willing to match that goal if we reach it. So, if you'd like to participate and help us reach that goal, there's a link in the bio down below where you can donate. Finally, if you didn't see yesterday's video, a link will be right here. Go check it out! Also, make sure to come back tomorrow night at 7 for our next video. The best way to do that is to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. Thank you so much again for watching this video, and I hope you all have a lovely night. This is Michael Holstine, signing off. Good night.